1 week after the primary deadline, we now know Democrat Gluesenkamp Perez will face off against another political newcomer, Republican Joe Kent, in the general election for Washington's 3rd congressional district.
This was a very hard-fought primary, and I think that's an absolutely good thing.
Speaking to a crowd of Clark County Republicans Tuesday night, Kent called for conservatives to unite and rally behind him as the candidate.
Right now, we have seen the full scope of what can get thrown at us and the unity that Republicans can have. I'm not very good at doing math, so I won't try and do it publicly, but if you look at the Republican turnout on that ticket, it will be an absolutely loud and clear message to Washington, D.C. and throughout this country that Washington 3 is one of the most conservative districts in the country.
In an interview with KGW Tuesday, Gluesenkamp Perez also called for unity within the district, hoping to win over moderates on both sides of the aisle and fight against polarization.
This is absolutely a winnable seat. And it's not so much about convincing folks that they need to change their affiliation. It is about an argument of what's best for the district and who has lived experience. We can't keep electing extremists and career politicians to Congress and expect better results.
After appearing to be in second early in the ballot count, U.S. Representative Jaime Herrera Beutler was overtaken as the rest of the ballots were counted from last week's primary election.
Jaime Herrera Beutler knew she was in for a real hard fight because Donald Trump had basically targeted her.
The 6-term Congresswoman was one of 10 Republicans in the U.S. House to vote in favor of impeaching former President Donald Trump after the January 6th insurrection. In a statement, she wrote, "Ever since I was first elected to this seat, I have done my very best to serve my home region and our country. Though my campaign came up short this time, I'm proud of all we've accomplished together for the place where I was raised and still call home." Political analyst Jim Moore explains with the incumbent out of the equation, this becomes a very competitive race.
Do the Republicans come together and say, we want to keep the seat? Or do those who supported Jaime Herrera Beutler say, we support you, we don't want a Trump person? Do they then vote for the Democrat? It's going to be a real interesting election to see what happens with that.
Jaime Herrera Beutler's current term in Congress ends on January 3rd, 2023. For a more in-depth look at how both Kent and Gluesenkamp Perez are reacting, head to KGW.com. There we have more analysis from experts, plus extended interviews. David?
Yeah, potentially one of the most interesting races in the country and right in our own backyard. Thank you, Alma.